All right, it's December 9th, and yeah, it's kind of, I spoke about it last week, but it's kind of getting colder here for Phoenix, which means once you're used to 115, it's like 70 degrees, and that threshold, you're throwing your hoodie on, big D and the kids label on, and you're throwing on your slippers, keep your little toesies warmer, and what the hell. I mean, I also can run the heat, but another good way to keep warm during these cooler months, well, that might be going to a show. Body heat, venues also kind of, run heat, that kind of stuff. So it's maybe a good suggestion to maybe go see a live show. And I've got some for you. So let's safely go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Safely Go, where I always recommend masking up, especially right now as everything we're seeing spike between the flu and COVID, and also seeing people talk about how horrible the flu is, which, that one, I got my flu shot because I'm already dealing with long COVID, and I would like to deter and lower my chances of this getting any worse than it already fucking is. But yeah, so please, wear a mask if you're going to be indoors, and a room full of masks will lower the chance of spreading any of this. And it also helps with touring musicians, because for one, if you lower their chance to catch this, it actually helps where they don't have to worry about either postponing, canceling, or, and they have to also figure out how to spend at least 5 days quarantining whoever catches it in their band on top of everything else. So it becomes a very big inconvenience unless you're one of the big guys, like Metallica there playing a whole freaking stadium. So yeah, please, we want to make these, I think we want to make these environments very open and accommodating to everyone, including our immunocompromised friends, and decrease the spread and possibility of anyone getting this stuff. So please mask up, please get your flu shot, get your COVID shot, all that kind of stuff. Let's try to deter some of this stuff, especially as I said at the top there, we're going to be in rooms with body heat, and it's going to be more conducive as rates are going up right now. Of course, if you're not yelling at me for something that you think is political but is only a health matter, please be sure to like this wherever you're liking this and watching this. And if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe so those numbers go up. You get access to more features like ad revenue, but also you get notification when this content or any other content I put to the YouTube goes live. So appreciate that. And because I don't get any of that ad revenue kind of thing, which is still like pennies on the dollar, right? You get that 6 seconds and then you're like, skip ad, right? Unless it's a good ad, then you're like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Maybe this will give them an extra 3 cents. And then they appreciate it. But regardless, another way you can go support is by going to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. That helps me out even $1 a month, $5 a month. It's like buying me a beer. Normally, buying me a beer at a venue also helps me cover gas money and ticket costs and all that kind of fun stuff. Regardless, if you can help, please. If you can't, no worries. But patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Another thing you can do that's completely free, and the website and the Patreon kind of supports the website. But you can go to everyshowjoe.com because I got new stuff. I did get out there. 2 bands is a little easier, it turns out, with a camera. 4 bands is definitely... That was pushing it. If you didn't see my update over on Instagram, and I think I put it over to Twitter and Facebook, about midway, a little bit into Anti-Flag, I was trying to not let sleep take hold. So that was fun. That's not fun. But regardless, I'm still trying to figure out how to get out there. But I did. And that's the cool thing. So, and I did it with my camera. So there's coverage of both the AJJ and Veronica Everhart show that was over at the Crescent Ballroom on last Friday, which was super, super cool. And then also, I got out to that Anti-Flag show with We Are the Union, with the Venomous Pinks, with the Limit Club. And you can see some of those awesome pictures in my little wrap-up that I still managed to type up after a couple days of horrible fatigue. That sucked. I got to figure out what the balance is of compromise. Used to not be as horrible when I pushed against my body for doing this stuff. Made it easier. So yeah. Regardless, go to everyshowjoe.com and check that out. Oh, and in the menu bar, you can see a store link. You can pick up an Every Show Joe shirt. Help me kind of promote around, and you help me out with a little bit of money for those shirts. So I appreciate it either way. And then, of course, every week, like to push out there and just remind everyone, fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck sexism, fuck all the bullshit that dehumanizes one another. It shouldn't be happening. It still is happening, unfortunately, in this society. And we can try to at least be proactive and get involved in it. I like to throw out ways to get involved, like Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black Lives do matter. BLM, PHX, and Metro.org for the Phoenix section. If you don't live in Phoenix, you can always look up your local one. Also, Poder in Action is another really good one. PoderInAction.org is their site and ways to get involved. Got StopAAPIHate.org, which is Asian American Pacific Islander specific. Ways to get involved there. Be proactive. FirstNations.org is another one for our Indigenous, our Native Americans. Ways to get involved and help. And yeah, I mean, all these you can also donate to if you don't have the time, but anything you can do to help right there. I also been throwing out there the National Center for Transgender Equality, which is transequality.org, and also been throwing out now, if you want to support Club Q with that horrible mass shooting that clearly targeted that our community, our LGBTQIA plus community, which is heartbreaking. They have been telling people to go to the Colorado Healing Fund, and that one you can actually go to coloradogives.org and donate to the Healing Fund through there. So throw that out there. There's also the Sidewalk Project and Punk Rock Saves Lives I'll like throw out because they're involved with our local punk scene, and they're involved with the national too. Sidewalk Project has a Phoenix section, which you go to thesidewalkproject.org and see what they're doing, helping with homeless, helping with against self-harm, all that kind of stuff. Also, Punk Rock Saves Lives doing similar, also doing mental health, focusing on that, and bone marrow donations, all that kind of stuff. punkrocksaveslives.org. So you can throw those, and yes, still a little bit more because the state sucks about reproductive rights. And, well, one way to help is help keep funding those resources that are available to anyone that needs it for just figuring out things with their reproductive systems. You can go to abortionfundofaz.org for the Abortion Fund of Arizona and help them out that way. Plus, Project Hope is one to throw out there, projecthope.org, helping with Puerto Rico's rebuilding, which, yeah, once again, another hurricane, also helping with the Ukrainian citizens and their continued struggle over there against that stupid thing that Putin's doing. So ways to get involved, ways to be proactive. And these, maybe you like something else, and go find it and do it. Anything to help bring a little more light and positivity to the world, go for it. Just let's help make a little impact and help improve someone's, even just one person's day goes a long way. So go and help. Of course, speaking of helping, and this being music related, well, how do you support your favorite musicians and your favorite bands? Well, just go buy the merch, go buy the shirts, go buy the CDs, go buy the vinyls, the singles. I want to just keep saying singles because I think that is a very cool term. But yeah, go buy the cassettes. You can go buy the hoodies, the handkerchiefs, all that kind of stuff. Whatever I can come up with, we're going to throw it in there. Koozies. But yeah, so go buy their merch. That's simple, best, easiest way, and most direct way. Another good one that's helping with your favorite independent venues is NIVA, the National Independent Venue Association, NIVASSOC.org. They have even a venue foundation where you can go donate and helps with emergency fund for your favorite independent venues that may need it, and for also lobbying for the interests of them that was very needed since 2020 and will be probably continue to be needed to have representation for your favorite venues. So yeah, of course, you're here for also finding out where the hell can I go for the next 7 days, and I got shows for you. Boy, do I have shows for you. And you can keep warm in them, right? Most of them. Depends. No, they all run heat. I think they all run heat. I hope they all run heat. Unless they're outdoors, then they have no control over that. But regardless, hopefully you enjoy. These are definitely things that I think you're going to enjoy. So let's start tonight, Friday the 9th. We got Future Axes with Jaffe's Descent, Chocolate Foundation, Darthwastra. I'm butchering it, but You might figure it out. And Paige the Village Idiot at Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. If you go over there, you can tell me how it's pronounced. We also got a Ugly Sweater show with Blue Joy, Bummer Girl, and Freud at the Nile starting at 7 p.m. And then what they're calling another Ugly Sweater show, which is right downstairs. We got Carter tomorrow, Life on Standby, The Velveteen, another Manstagram, Eerie Weather, and Gusher at the Nile Underground, 6 p.m. Yeah, you were wondering, why is he pointing down? There's an underground. No, we're talking about the Nile Underground. Going further down the list, though, we got Katie May's Alt Western Roundup with at the Dirty Drummer with Rosie Nolan and American Longspurs, which freaking, I can already tell you, American Longspurs are awesome. If you get a chance, go check that out. Of course, Katie May, also awesome. So, really cool stuff. And one that's been added since last week, we got Junk Drawer, Jimmy Climbs, Low Mellow, and Edgar Wander at the Alibi House, 8 p.m. Plus, if you're looking for a reason to go south, man, there's so many, these are not in your windows, to go down to Tucson. There we go. We've got Punk's Not Dead Yet, Lenny Mental's Birthday Bash, which I'm sure a lot of you know who Lenny Mental is, and his own band, the Besmirchers, are playing the show with Freezing Hands, Napalm Strike, Standard Deviants, and the All-Star Mormons at 191 Tool down in Tucson, 7 p.m. start for that. Plus, if you're hanging out at home and you're looking for something really awesome, let me tell you, Scott Klopfenstein should have you covered over on his Twitch, twitch.tv/Scott Klopfenstein, 10 p.m. usually. Keep an eye on his social media. He has been feeling under the weather, and I hope he feels better. And once he's back, you'll see those. And this might be happening tonight. I did not check tonight, now that I'm thinking about it. So you'll find out. Regardless, moving on to Saturday, and we got another tradition back. Yes, it's the 8th annual holiday extravaganza. Yes, it used to be done by Jared DeMille. It is still done by Jared of Jared DeMille. He now calls himself Wheelwright, and they're still continuing the tradition. Plus, they got Danielle Dirac, they've got Proper Pet, and they got Joey Gutos over at the Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. if you want to head out for that one. But another good suggestion, Joker's Republic, friends, guys that I saw come through one of the last shows I saw in 2020, really. They're really awesome ska punk band out of Jersey. Really good. New album, too. But they're playing with Skeleton Army and Ape over Timeout Lounge. 7 p.m. is what's on the Facebook event, so plan ahead there. We also got the Lucky Buck Music Festival, they're calling it, and second anniversary, I think, of the venue. It's with Gabo of Fayuca, Rio Grande, People Who Can Fly, Jack Grantham, Metropolis Man, and I think Nuclear Beach Party, because that's where I got the event from. They're going to be at Lucky's Indoor Outdoor, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. We also got Urban Life playing at Starlight Lounge, 8 p.m. Figure It Out covering Blink-182 and Viper Club covering Green Day over at the Rock Bar, 7 p.m. Moonlight Magic, if you're looking for something in the afternoon, 2 p.m. at Thunderbird Lounge. And, yeah, looking for another reason to hang out in Tucson, or maybe you just stayed there because you went to Lenny Mental's birthday show. Well, Mattstagram has a holiday mini-fest with Annie Jump Cannon, Troubled Minds. Yes. See, there's already good reason you should be at that show, especially if you're not at Tucson. A Young Misery, See You Soon, and Big Bad, and Hendrick Acres at the Groundworks down in Tucson. 5 p.m. start for that one. So plan ahead, as they normally do, 7 p.m. So 5 p.m. for that one, though, because all those bands, they take time. We also got Lucifer with Cycloptopus, Grail, and Dead Canyon up in Prescott at the Den, 6:30 p.m. So if you're looking for, I guess, slightly cooler weather, it's already cool. So that's not a selling point, I guess, unless... No, they don't have snow. But regardless, there's a good show for you. Plus, if you want to wake up with one of the other really, really happy, cheerful people who play music in the morning, Kepi Gooley on his Facebook does the Kepi Show. 10 a.m., you could wake up with Kepi Gooley. And throughout the week, just give him a follow and find out when he randomly streams. Sunday, and we've got the start of Alt AZ 93.3, their Ugly Sweater Party series. The first one being the Struts are back. Two thumbs. There we go. All right, we've got them playing with Girlfriends at the Marquee Theater, 6 p.m. Ooh, excuse me. It shows 6 p.m. for Doors. So, didn't see start time, so we're going with that. Also, that's not up your alley. Well, She-He-He. I think that's what it is. How it's pronounced. She-He-He. With Shaden, with Snailmate, with Thrash Can, and Cheeseburger Picnic at the Nile Underground. That one is a 7 p.m. start. We also got Dreamboat with Low Mellow, Jimmy Climbs at the Trunk Space. Masks are asked you wear indoors when you're at the Trunk Space, 7:30 p.m. for that. We got Tunic with Heavy Breather and Gem over at the Rebel Lounge. That one at 7:30 p.m. And Bite Me Bambi, they're doing their music stream usually at 3 p.m. over on their Twitch, twitch.tv/Bite Me Bambi. And then we roll into Monday, and this is the one I was looking for Alta AZ 93 Ugly Sweater Holiday Party Series, because the Interrupters are finally back in Phoenix, and they're going to be playing with Almost Monday over at the Marquee Theater, 6 p.m. Do you think they did that ironically to where Almost Monday plays on a Monday? They probably did, or I'm just reading into it. Either way, we also got Wild Pink with Trace Mountains and Dog Breath over the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. Tuesday, we got the continuation of that Alt AZ 93.3 Ugly Sweater Party series there with Silver Sun Pickups and Wildorado at the Marquee Theater at 6:30 p.m. There's also Cactus Flowers with Ultraviolet Communication and Tapes, there we go, at Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. Plus, Dane and Aranda, they're going to be DJing at Rips Bar, 8 p.m., ska, rock steady, reggae? There we go. There's the third thing. But yeah, you can go catch them 8 p.m. over Rips. Plus, if you're hanging out at home or looking for something, there's always Chris Murray doing his Blue Beat live stream over on his Facebook, 6 p.m. There's Scott Klopstein, twitch.tv/Scott Klopstein, 10 p.m. And you can wake up with Bite Me Bambi over on their Twitch, twitch.tv/Bite Me Bambi, 9 a.m. Wake up with them bright and early on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we've got Soccer Mommy with Tops at the Van Buren, 8 p.m. And if you're looking for another reason to go to Prescott, this is, I think it's 5 stops? This is a really cool tour. Mega Ran and Sundress are partnering up for this tour, and it looked like, I think it's Sorry X, unless it was part of the logo, but they're going to be playing with them at the Den up in Prescott, 6:30 p.m. We also got Scott Klopstein usually streaming on his Twitch at 10 a.m. And then, yes, Bite Me Bambi doing their music show at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Thursday, bringing another ska band that I've been anxiously wanting to see. They haven't been here since, I don't even know, since I at least found out about them, which is before 2020, because they were on a song with MC Lars, and I was just like, this is pretty good, and then they didn't come through, but they are finally coming through. Stacked Like Pancakes. They're going to be playing here with Bren Yama and Wallace Hound over at the Last Exit Live, 8 p.m. We also got Body War with Roman Candle, Crochet, and Okinawa Plane Crash. That's over at the Trunk Space. Remember, they do ask you wear your mask inside there, 7:30 p.m. And then also got Significantly Others with Tracers, Practically People, and Spilt. I think that's how that's pronounced, at the Rebel Lounge at 7:30 p.m. And then Friday, and sorry, you're going to have decision paralysis here. This is a packed Friday, and I put the top ones that I figure most of you are going to be at, but they're not the only ones, so keep an open mind. Unless you've already bought your ticket, then I guess you got to figure out how you're going to do it. If something is like, all of a sudden, I want to go, but how do I afford it? Actually, some of you might have to figure out how to get there in enough time to actually catch them at. But regardless, let's start. I'm already hyping it up enough. You want to know what is happening next Friday? We've got Fear with a Rotten Youth Reunion, with a Unstable Youth Reunion, and then there's ADD. I know, it sounds... Sorry, Jesse. ADD also there. Still active band. I know, there's hype behind when you put a reunion next to names, but it's also the first time Fear has played here in... maybe a decade? It's been a long time. So they're going to be playing at the Nile, 7 p.m. And then I couldn't find who's opening. If there is an opener, I assume there's an opener. But Madball is back. And guess what? They're playing in the Underground at the Nile, 7:30 p.m. So the Nile's going to be packed and just probably nuts. So parking is really going to suck. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. But regardless, holy hell. You're already like, what am I going to do? Well, let me make this harder for you. We've got the Yuletide Fear, Punk the Halls, as they're calling it, with Postal Scam, with Blotter Vision, with the Blissons down here from the north, Through the Wire, Crank Lab Explosion, and Readout. Yes, see, that's already like, fuck. How am I going to decide, right? You're already, at least if we're a fan of punk rock, you're going to be like, fuck. But they're going to be at Coop's Bar and Grill in Peoria, 7:30 p.m. We also got Trash Can Romeos with Swain and the Dark Hearts. Like, yeah, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I can coach you. Just message me. But yeah, that's another good one. Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. I got some more. I know. We got the Holidays Bash that's featuring ZC Keeley with Urban Life, Chad Rubin, Johnny and Clyde, and Chris Bowen Vibes at Last Signal Live, 7:30 p.m. We also got Palm back. This is a band that I follow and watch so much music that this one like floated underneath my radar, and then it popped up on my social media active again. I'm like, oh. So yeah, go check them out. They're awesome. They're going to be playing Water From Your Eyes and Ooh, I think it's pronounced Ooh. It's just like double O at the Rebel Lounge, 9 p.m. Another big one, we got Jackalope and Retrograde with the Necronauts back again, and I think that's all the originals again, or most of them. They're going to be playing with TJ Frigga, with Rocky Yazzie, Shantae, Ryan Gone, Eric Bitsu, and Party Teeth at the Trunk Space. And reminder, of course, Trunk Space does ask that you please wear your masks inside. Let's lower the spread. But 7:30 p.m. And we still got a little bit more. If you're looking for escape up to Prescott again, well, the Holiday Blast Tour featuring the Promotive, Winter Haven. Yes, Winter Haven, they've been making big waves, and that's super, 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 super cool. Negative 32, and Phil the band, which, I mean, cool. I gotta come up with like Joe the band. No, that doesn't sound good. Phil the band sounds better. But regardless, they're at the Den up in Prescott, 6:30 p.m. Plus, yeah, Scott Klopstein, if he's healthy, and I hope he's feeling better now. But 10 p.m., you can go catch him on his stream. Of course, these are a little tuned to my taste. Well, they're very much tuned to my taste. But that's why I recommend all of them. So hopefully you guys enjoy these shows. Of course, some of them float under my radar, either because they're DIY space that I just didn't know or find out about when, at least before they happen. Then I see the picture and go, man. Or sometimes it's just, I wish some venues had better concert calendars, or just had a concert calendar. So sometimes it's just hard to find some of these. But regardless, I do my best every week for you, and hopefully you like some of these shows. Of course, always recommend, please mask up. We want to make these shows as inclusive and welcoming to as many people. And not, first off, you don't want COVID, but second of all, you don't want long COVID. Let me tell you, 5 months of chronic fatigue is miserable. Regardless, mask up if you can, please, inside. That's my plea. But also have fun out there. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. And I think until next week, take care.